loads of Spurs fans want Big Ange sacked. They want him gone. They want him out the football club. Others are standing by him. The reports today look very, very much to confirm that he isn't going to be leaving, that he looks like his position is still very strong. But you are sitting 15th. You are, 8 points away from the relegation zone and dropping fast. What's going wrong right now at Tottenham, and what can and should be done to resolve it, mate?
Well, first of all, we're finished. Let's just get that out of the way. We're absolutely cooked. 15 is categorically the worst I've seen my club as a fan. Literally, I think we may have finished 11th or 12th. I think in 2008 under Wande Ramos, but I don't think it was. I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. Maybe I was a kid, so I didn't take it in as much. But now it's like it's really sinking in that we are absolutely dreadful, man. Like things aren't looking good. One thing I will say is I've been very consistent. I know I haven't been on for a while, but even my mind hasn't changed since the last time I did come on. And I think Ange is the right man for the job if the job is to give him the players to do that job. So I think at the moment Spurs are in a sort of a void of where not knowing what they actually want to do. And it's like, is this project youth? Is this project now? Are we going to perform? Or are you going to back the manager and give him what he wants? Because ultimately, everything, like I say, all the reports lead to the fact that the board's fine. Maybe they might not be happy, but they're not sacking him. They've not looked at any of the results and been far too worried. I think one of the reasons why is because there probably isn't no managers available out there. There's no one of a good enough quality that can really take this team to the next level, or at least lift the floor. I think someone could lift the floor of the team, but I don't think they push the ceiling any higher than Ange would. So I think they're just weighing up their options and evaluating the fact that I think Ange is probably still the right man to take the team forward, and the players still that they're staying that they're together. I mean, Pedro Porro quite clearly, even after the game, after the Everton game, everyone, when they walked over to the away fans, they're saying we're together, we're still here, it's all of us. So he hasn't lost the dressing room, apparently. I mean, the performance was woeful, and the performance from me, it looked as if the senior players' heads aren't there. The likes of Maddison, just dreadful, absolutely awful player this season. And I know his performances haven't been dreadful. They're not every single game, but from a senior player, one that you have high expectation from, you expect a lot more. So it's just not good enough. Our senior players just aren't showing up for us right now. And I think for me, the biggest problem and the biggest questions are what the board want to do with this club, where they want to go. Like Kunle said, man, 20 days into a window, we ain't done shit. Like, I don't get how you can be 20 days into a window knowing Spurs have the worst injury crisis. We've had no centre-back. But they're like, no. We're not going to go and bring in another centre-back. We're not going to recall the one we have out on loan or two that we have out on loan. We're just going to persist with playing Archie Gray at centre-back.
Hey, and then look poor Archie Gray, man. Let's keep it about that guy, bro. He might have ended his first career before he started, bro. That guy.
And I wouldn't even say ended, innit? But the fact that you let DCL do that, it's going to leave a stain on his name for a long time now. Yeah. You let DCL, the man that wears handbags, twinkle toe his way through our back line. He's got more modelling photo shoots and magazine front covers than goals. Like, this isn't a striker. This is not a guy that should be afraid
of course, a little bit, because Ches is quite young. Jords is quite young. Henry a little bit. Is it normal for young men to have handbags now? Is that like a thing? I'm just asking, if your generation, mine and Phil's and Kunle's, we didn't do that.
He doesn't wear men's. It's not like he wears a pouch, because you can have a man's pouch, a little side bag. He's wearing handbags. Like I saw a TikTok the other day of girls legit going, "Oh my god, I love Calvert-Lewin's fashion sense. He's got the handbag I want. Oh my god, he's got the Birking. Like what's going on? What's going on?
I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you, young bucks, because I'm old. Like, I hear new music, I see new fashion, I go, "What's that?" I don't want to be rude. You know what I mean? But just checking if you boys have like handbags. I'm just asking.
No, we don't do those things. The fact that we let him score against us and do that after not scoring in 17 games, it's just atrocious. Dr. Tottenham strikes again, and Yeah, man. Like, I think with most Spurs fans right now, we're just very deflated and dejected with the club. We don't really have a direction, and I think that's the biggest issue. Is the direction isn't clear to the fans of where the club is going. No one really has a belief that it's going to get much better. And although I do trust that the manager can perform, I don't know where it's going to get better because there's no signings coming in. There's no vision. And I've already accepted that he's not the man to get the best out of this squad. Ange was never in the business of, yeah, I'm going to get the best out of a bunch of shit players. That's not him. He's never been in the business of that. So they need to recognize that. And, you know, he needs to have a chat with the board to let them know, this isn't my job. I'm not going to do this. Bring players in. But I can't even lie. I think I've accepted the fact that Ange is a bit of a yes man. The things he comes out and says in press conferences is just absolute rubbish. The fact that he sits there and defends the board and defends the team saying, oh, yeah, they're working as hard as they can. It's just an absolute crap. What do you mean they're working hard as they can? Why is it with Spurs that every time we sign a player, they're on a fucking 4 to 6 week notice period? But whenever everyone else wants a player, you see West Ham, 57 million bid. Man City have almost wrapped up 3 signings whilst all of us are sat around playing with our asses. 3 signings. They're going to wrap back up, probably get back into second place, be in the title charge, and all of us are going to be sat around like, fuck, how have we seen the rise and fall and rise again of City in one season before any of our clubs do anything about it? It's a joke at this point. And yeah, man, it's hard to be angry because I'll be wrong, I'm just beyond anger. It's just numbness with this team, like numb, absolutely numb.
Can I ask you the question about Ange? Do you feel that the way he talks to and treats reporters and journalists asking questions is beyond rude now?
Rude what he said the other day. I didn't think that was rude. I think obviously in the moment, managers are gonna be a bit angry. You know, he's in a bad place. He's lost quite a lot of games. But just the comment he said was very blunt, and I don't think it was rude back. It was just you think that's a great way to start an interview?
I think it goes to. I listened to the show last week. I think